Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for coming. We'd like to start the Sunday service today. We have Diana family from Jodo. Yeah, this is Diana, this is Mama, and then Sam, and then grandchildren. Thank you for coming. And Reverend Takana, we do the invocation.
Invocation. The compassion is leaders of the youngest of good and all kindness of heart to have peaceful place of compassion and wisdom. Grant us the strength and abiding consciousness to work together harmoniously in our people and our community. The last to always remember that that is God and the example that motivates you to resist and interpret and that you are easily right of compassion shine upon that part of the river.
Thank you very much. Day 5, Mandana Isara. Page 6, 就活計画です。
Amen. at page 9, 8. Therefore, pass. The Buddha teaches that we may become pure and holy by pouring the blue be right out of us. Let us respect them and also remember at all times what they must mean. First, right understand. Let us learn and try to understand the truth. Second, right purpose. Let us try always to do what is right. Third, right speech. Let us be useful and humanity always. Fourth, right conduct. Let us try to behave ourselves at all times. Fifth, right gratitude. Let us earn our ability away from not hurt anyone. Sixth, right endeavor. Let us constantly try to become there. Seventh, right soul. Let us cherish our souls because the word and the guidance arise from our souls. Eighth, right meditation. Let us seek all who are not in the darkness and sacred name. May the sacred presence of our Buddha and safety for the life to teaching we are alive. May we follow his glorious example and wait his important his noble heart and give peace to share the same in that life. Amen.
Good morning. Thank you very much for coming. Yesterday, I had graveyard services on Hawaii, so I was quite busy. I went to Anahora, Kapaki area, Waidua, and Ifue Garden Memorial. And this year, because I was under so many restrictions, it's a very special year, and I did something very unusual and special. Because recently, I watched a YouTube video that did, bone dancing at graveyard on Big Island. At Honoka Hongan Mission, they did bone dance at graveside. Wow! I was so inspired and amazed. And this is what bone dance meant to do. Because bone dance is to entertain our, the other ones, our deceased. How we can entertain, how we can welcome by dancing, by showing our dance happily and merrily, we welcome them. So what they did inspired so much. So I did bone dance during the graveyard service. So I actually did, chanting, and after that, I did bone dance. And people, there were some attendants, and then they did follow me. And also, some people took my video. But the good thing, there were some people. And then I was thinking, oh my goodness, if I was dancing alone, and somebody watching, what the, this bone dance doing at the gravesite? Wow, so, and then actually, at the last memorial site, which is Bifue, some people there, so I waited somebody go. And the other ones, they gave me a very strange eye, so I did dance after everybody gone. But while dancing, people looking at a very strange eye, and then I thought, wow, it was, something very unusual. And because of this situation, they had, that kind of great idea to offer bone dancing at graveside. And then I actually adopted the idea to do. how we can entertain and how we can express aloha to our deceased, and I did. And I'm sure they will probably enjoy it next year. Oh, you don't need chanting, you show me on dance. They might be kind of interesting. And Anahora is a very old Japanese cemetery, and over there is a gravestone of one of the first Japanese immigrants. So in 1868, Meiji, the first year, 150 or 153 immigrants from Japan first arrived at Oahu, right? 153. And one of the 153 first Japanese immigrants rested in Anahora. And I heard this, story from Uncle, his name is Mr. Yoshi. He, owns the Yoshi farm. And Mr. Yoshi told me, oh, Sensei, over here, Anahora, there is one of the Japanese first immigrants gravestone there. And when the royal family, I don't know which one, but came to visit Kauai, they visited the gravestone in respect to honor the first Japanese. And he told me, and then, since next time I'll show you where. But I actually couldn't wait. That was year 2018 when the Japanese celebrated 150th anniversary year. That is called Gandenmono. So at the time of Gandenmono 150th memorial service, before I actually went to look for the gravestone. And actually, because the gravestone on the gravesite is not so big, I looked thoroughly the stone, but I couldn't find it. And then I actually did try 2 times. I went to Anahora, the old, Hawaiian gravesite, and I looked for Japanese, the first Japanese immigrant, the gravestone. I looked thoroughly, but finally I couldn't do it. And then last year, when Anahora, Mr. Yoshi, attended the graveyard service, he showed me, oh, Mr. Yoshi, I couldn't find it. And then he actually took me to the side, said, come, over here. Oh yeah, this is the gravesite of the first Japanese immigrant. Wow, I was so surprised because this song was very familiar. But my understanding of the first Japanese immigrant gravestone should be something Japanese style stone. But on the gravestone, there was a Christian cross over there. The first Japanese immigrant was Christian. And because I had precaution, it's kind of, I stick too much that the first Japanese immigrant should be a Buddhist. Then I couldn't see it. Although I cursed the stone, gravestone, I saw that Christian cross. I remember that. But I couldn't, because of the precaution, prejudice, or attachment, I couldn't see it. I just passed the gravestone. And because of such kind of strong attachment I had, I passed. I couldn't see the truth. So this is, I think, very good teaching, very important teaching that we need to see this word correctly. And we need to see correctly, and without looking at this word correctly, we easily misunderstand or we miss important fact. And the first teaching of the Eightfold Path is called right understanding. We should learn and try to understand the truth. We should learn and try to understand the truth is right understanding. And right understanding in Japanese is shoken. Shoken is right view. Right view. So to see, to view this word rightly is what right understanding. And
if we don't have right understanding, everything can go other way, wrong way. So this is actually very natural thing. If you want to go to Japan, you need to go direction to the Japan. That's very natural, right? If you want to go to Japan, you need to ride on the right airplane going to Japan, right? Even if you ride upon an airplane, but that goes to Los Angeles, it never reaches to Japan. It never reaches Japan. So when you want to go to Japan, what you need is you need to have a right airplane, choose right airplane and right goal. So that kind of right understanding is based upon everything, and it applies to the even coronavirus pandemic. And coronavirus, every day we hear the news for every day 200 people new positive cases, right? And I think news media, they always try to tell us the numbers, but they didn't tell us how people got infected. We want to know that kind of simulation. And what they understand, they actually found was that three things we need to practice. If we practice three things, we are safe. That is social distance, that is 6 feet apart at least. And number two, wearing a mask is very important to protect myself and protect yourself. Wearing mask, number two. And number three is washing hands. Washing hands often and very well for at least 20 seconds. So three things, if you practice, you are safe. However, there are situations that we cannot practice three things. That is when you eat. And especially when you go to a restaurant, you have to take off mask and have to eat. And especially when you are with your friends and with your family, you easily let your guard off. That situation has to be very dangerous, and we have to be very careful because that moment we are not practicing three things, right? So what is very important that we always do the three things: wearing mask, keep distance, and washing hands. That's the three things. But when you cannot follow three things, especially at a restaurant, that you have to please be careful, right? So I would easily recommend, instead of eating at the restaurant, take out is much safer. Doing cooking by yourself is much safer. So because when you eat, you have to take your mask off. And also, when you are with your friends or with your family, you easily be relaxed and talk about. And when you talk, droplets come out. And that situation also not good. And also, if you like drinking sake, that is actually not good because when you drink, you so feeling good and then talk loud, speak loud, and very pleasant. That situation is actually worst situation. So please remember three things. Also, there are some more things that unsure about coronavirus, but they found out at least three things. If we keep social distancing, wearing masks, and washing hands, we are at least safe. That is actually, I think, like understanding and like you. So please be, safe, and thank you very much for coming. So you are safe because we do social distancing. I only talk, so I'm actually not good, but we are in masks. And also after that, we wash hands. So even if you touch the coronavirus, you are not infected. you can touch the coronavirus. But by touching, you put your mouth, put your eyes, that you are infected. So that's why you wash your hands. It's very important. So you can touch the coronavirus, you are not infected. That they found out. But after touching, always wash your hands. Sanitizing. Is that keep us safe? So that's what they understand. I want the news, TV media want to give us more, that kind of promotion. They actually do that every day, so many people, infected. But actually, that kind of educational simulation is, I feel, one of the important. Anyway, thank you very much for coming again. And次に話したね。じゃあ少しじゃあ念仏をやります。Page 24. 法明天上人法世界念仏主上聖主者南無阿弥陀南開始通行、ここに飛ぶろう、心の少年は 本日参列の各家先祖代々一族戦後春霊と追善増上戦士行物法難を資産が二番で上ないし公開平等理学南西九六領土聖祭道津の大師王女安楽国東照10年ナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナムナムアミナナムアミナムツナムアミナムOkay, thank you. Page 10, Benediction. Amida Buddha surrounds all men and all forms of life with infinite love and compassion. Particularly does he send forth loving thoughts to those in suffering and sorrow, to those in doubt and ignorance, to those who are striving to attain truth, and to those whose feet are standing close to the great change called death. Amida Buddha sent forth oceans of wisdom, mercy, and love. Namu Amida. Okay, thank you very much. This concludes our Sunday service, and please be safe and great Sunday. Thank you very much.
I have one announcement. Next week, please, if you have a time, please help us to set up the October. Let me confirm today.
Thank you.
The virtual love. We're at 58. How many people can attend? Right. All at once, yeah. So you limited the amount. Everyone's trying to. Normally you have to learn. Yeah, they have a different. And you can fit 46. 42.